Going down, guys. Gonna do a little quick live stream with the iPhone. I don't know why I didn't feel like actually setting up my camera and my mic and everything, so I give this guy a try and see how the streaming is with the iPhone for the moment. But I figured I'd talk a little bit about Autel and this little drone right here and some of the speculations of this drone being discontinued. Whether or not that's true, I am not sure as of yet. There's been a letter circulating and we can't verify whether or not it's true, but I talked to Greg, for example, with Pilot Institute, and he said he couldn't verify it, but I think he's actually going to be interviewing the new CEO for Autel later this week, so he should be able to shed some light on whether or not that's actually true and accurate. But this is the version 1 Evo 2 Pro. This guy, to me, is really a killer little drone. A little tip, I just went and flew. I would always calibrate your compass, or I'm sorry, not your compass, your gimbal before each flight. Because sometimes, for whatever reason, just recently I just flew, it was kind of off to the side, and I didn't even notice until I brought it down to land. So every time before you fly with this drone, in my opinion, just do the compass calibration. It's just right in the app. You go into gimbal, and it's some kind of, one of them it allows you to change the one like it does in the DJI app, where you can do it in the air. But go ahead and do that, and that will at least prevent anything from going wrong. But this little drone's a solid drone. I got mine on sale for $15.99 at B&H, and they went ahead and honored the price match because it was within the 30 days. And that's something you guys need to be aware. So I got it essentially for $12.99. So for this guy, I would imagine it's gonna go back on sale again, especially if they're gonna come out with the version 2, but who knows when that's actually gonna happen. Supposedly, from what one of the other channels was saying, I was watching his video, Drone Factor X, he was saying that supposedly they're already being shipped to the distributors, but that's obviously, we don't know that for fact. But regardless, a couple things that I've heard is that the smart controller, which I have pre-ordered and it hasn't shipped, it was supposed to ship the end of May, is supposedly only going to work for the version 1 of this drone. So that would kind of suck to have to buy another smart controller for the version 2 of this drone. I don't know why they would actually do that. But for example, I'm using my iPhone to record, but I was just flying with my iPhone. It's around 90 degrees out today, and I was in the shade, and my iPhone was auto dimming on me, which causes a lot of issue when you're actually trying to fly and get footage because you can't obviously see. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, or I don't even know, there's a few people probably watching, but again, kind of waiting to see what the version 2 is going to be about. Personally, I don't even see a need for a version 2 because this thing, to me, is still really new and fresh, and the range is good, the sensor is good, the quality of everything is good. I mean, I'm sure they can improve on some things, but again, I have zero issues with this drone, really, considering what it is. I mean, there's the no geofencing thing, which we obviously pretty much all know about, and I'm wearing a DJI shirt, go figure, for our video on Autel, but welcome to my world. But anyway, I got my fern next to me. I'm actually going to return this guy at the little garden center. So, but again, I don't know how these streaming things actually work, if it's better to go ahead and do it in front of my computer. But I figured why not just stop, talk story a little bit like we would say in Hawaii about this drone. And again, I don't know when the smart controller is going to actually come in because they didn't even start shipping, I don't believe. For the price, I couldn't pass it up. On sale, it costs just as much as the Air 2S. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. How do I get back to the comments? Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Personally, I think it's a better drone than, what's up everyone, than the Air 2S. The Air 2S, for me, it's a cool little drone, but this thing just seems cooler. I think that you can get a lot more out of this drone, especially with the variable aperture. So to pick this thing up for $12.99 was essentially a steal. I'll never regret this drone purchase, for example. And the Air 2S, I don't know, it just wasn't doing it for me. And I felt like this one was something I was gravitating to more. And I don't know, I mean, when you shoot actually in auto mode, this thing does pretty well. I don't normally tend to put it into auto, but for whatever reason, this actually does a decent job shooting in auto mode. Sometimes if you're wanting to just capture something simple, it's not necessarily super crucial. You just want to capture sunset for a simple post or something, throw it into auto mode and see what happens. It seems to be pretty darn good. When I do put it in auto mode, I actually do, I think I adjust the ISO. I try to always keep the ISO obviously at 100, but, pardon me, but yeah, so there's that. I don't know what else is there on this drone, but yeah, again, definitely adjust or calibrate the gimbal before each flight, because for whatever reason, it seems to just get knocked off and it starts to just it starts to just sway to one side. But what else is there in the app? This little case too, for those who don't maybe have it, I'm gonna shut it. This is the hard case that they sell, and this thing's pretty rock star in my opinion. So it can hold 4 batteries, 1 in the drone, so 3 on the outside. I can try to show you. We got my little 107 license, which we're supposed to carry with us at all times. And you can kind of see. So essentially 3 batteries. Above that, I don't want to like drop everything. The hub, we have remote, little area for different props. I got like the low noise props, the regular props, some different cables, but again, just a nice case. It's a little pricey, but I didn't really see much else out there. And I would probably suggest getting this if you are getting this drone and carrying it around a lot. That's just my suggestion. It's really handy to have everything in one case when you're just out the door and on a job, for example. So the hard case is good. The hub is actually really good. So this hub right here, you plug in the regular charger to the bottom, and then you have 4 ports. You have a blue, you could press this button and it will go blue and green. Blue is charging them in parallel mode, so it will all charge. They'll basically all charge together. And then green will charge the highest, the battery basically with the most charge. So we'll kind of go one at a time. But this thing is definitely a good investment for roughly $90. I got mine off of Amazon. And then, what else is there? I mean, the remote is decent, but at the same time, I'm definitely wanting to get the smart controller just for the sake of the iPhone dimming issue when it's warmer out. And I mean, it's not bad. It's a decent remote. I don't actually hate it, but as I said, the iPhone dimming really does cause a lot of headache and issue when you're flying. And I thought it is more prevalent, it seems, with the DJI Fly app. I've been having more issues with the dimming, but when it's this hot, it happens with any drone. So it is an iPhone, iOS issue with the iPhone 12 or with an iPhone in general. But what else is there? Yeah, I mean, there's a new CEO with Autel, so there's that. Supposedly, they're putting new chips in the new version 2, but again, I don't know. I mean, if the quality of the camera is improved upon, awesome, but this thing is pretty amazing as it is, and you can definitely do a lot with this already. So if you can find this drone for a decent price, personally, I would pull the trigger. Even more so than an Air 2S, that's my opinion. I mean, the Air 2S is cool, but this is cooler. And again, not hating, the Air 2S is a cool little drone. I always loved my Mavic Air 2. They fly really amazing and easy and smooth, and I just like the smaller drones per se. But with that being said, I got an Inspire 2 that's on its way. It's being shipped today, actually, from Arizona, and that's gonna be a whole other ball game. So kind of debating whether or not that was a good deal, but I am excited to get the Inspire, and that's going to be a huge drone and a totally different thing than these guys. But at the same time, I'm up for the challenge and up for the experience, and I'm going to hopefully get some really good footage with it. So I bought the ProRes license, for example, from DJI Arizona, who actually is, you know, an authorized reseller for DJI out there. I'm using their enterprise division, so check them out. They were really helpful with the purchase, but they were able to go ahead. I told them to basically install all the firmware, get it updated, apply the ProRes license to it, and make sure the refresh is all attached to the drone and the gimbal. So DJI Arizona has been helping out in regards to that. What's going on, guys? Hey, Sean, how are you? So the Inspire 2 is going to be a beast. I don't even have the SSD drive, so the two things that I still don't have and I didn't buy yet because everything has just been so expensive is the case. So I think I need to get the GPC case, which is like $600, and then I need to buy the SSD drive, which is a 960 gig SSD drive to record the ProRes on, and that's roughly $1,200. So kind of stinks. I'm waiting till I get the drone, I fly it, and kind of get my feet wet with it, and then I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on all the rest of the stuff I need. But that's going to be kind of cool. But again, Autel is a good drone. I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to see the smart controller because that will really help complete the experience with this drone and with the Autel Evo 2 Pros. So hopefully Autel will start shipping those soon. But again, just a little quick video while I'm returning my Fern and getting something else. It was between flights. I was flying, getting some footage. We got some really nice clouds today. But again, that's it, guys. Let me know how this works, if these little impromptu live streams with the iPhone do well, or you'd want to see something more. But anyway, subscribe, guys. Hit the little thumbs up button, and aloha. Bye. Oh, now I got to figure out how to stop it. Wait, hold on. Where are you? Stop. Oh, here we go. All right, see you guys. Have a good day.